What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. So apparently the FDA and the USDA have either been lying to us or maybe grossly negligent, and it may have been costing American lives based on the new information we just got from them. And I'm going to give you guys the details of this new change is going on here. And you guys can let me know your thoughts on this here in the comment section, because everything they told us for years and years and years and years is now completely wrong. So let me show you here right now. We are live right now here on the It's Jimmy Show on YouTube. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Don't forget to hit that like button for me here. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on future videos. All right, take a look here. So here is the original food pyramid. This is one of the most recent ones here, back since 1992. Okay. And as you can see here, they want you to eat the most of bread, cereal, rice, and pasta group. That's the largest group here. 6 to 11 servings per day. Then you see vegetable group, 3 to 5 servings, fruit group, 2 to 4 servings, meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and nuts group, only 2 to 3 servings, and the milk, yogurt, and cheese group, 2 to 3 servings. Fat, oils, and sweets used sparingly. And of course, for years, a lot of people have been told red meat bad, eggs bad, high in cholesterol, dairy bad, all sorts of dairy bad, right? How many of you have heard that? Let me know down below in the comment section. Okay, so they actually wanted everybody to eat the most of the bread, cereal, rice, and pasta group. Well, the FDA, USDA have just released a brand new food pyramid, and it's completely the exact opposite of what they have taught us for years. So take a look at this. Here is the new food pyramid just released under the direction of RFK Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And it is the exact opposite. What they want you to eat the most of is protein, dairy, and healthy fats, along with fruits and vegetables. What they want you to eat the least of is whole grains. Now, when we go back here to the whole grain group here before, it was 6 to 11 servings. Now, whole grains is only 2 to 4 servings. And basically, because a lot of this category is processed, bread, pasta, crackers, chips, cereal literally listed as the second thing, all that stuff is processed for the most part, right? There's no natural cereal, right? There's no natural bread. It's all made, it's all processed. And here in the United States, if you know that bread is just completely different over in Europe. It's just way more natural, way less preservatives, and only lasts for a few days, but it's much healthier for you. And if you ever notice there that people over in Europe can eat bread, they can eat pasta, all day long, and they don't nearly have the obesity problem that we have here in America. Why do you think that is? Well, it's because of all the crap and processing and filler and ultra cheap stuff that these companies keep putting here in the United States to focus on profits instead of actually making good food that is healthy for you. So anybody who was following this food pyramid guideline from the USDA and the FDA for years and years and years and years, saying go eat cereals and rice and pastas and bread, processed food, could have potentially put themselves at a serious, significant health risk, because now they're saying to eat very minimal of that. Eat the least amount of that in the food pyramid now. And in fact, they're saying you should be eating red meat, lean, healthy red meat. You should be eating dairy, especially the type of dairy like milk and eggs, where it's literally just potentially one ingredient, an egg, meat. The least amount of preservatives and additives, the better. Fruits, vegetables, one ingredient. The least of amount of ingredients, the better. When you look at things like cereals and crackers and stuff, and you go look at those boxes on the shelf, oftentimes there's 20, 30 ingredients and all sorts of preservatives and everything in there. So that is why we're now being led to the new food pyramid, which is, literally saying the exact opposite of what we have been taught for years. In fact, they say here on realfood.gov, we are ending the war on protein. Every meal must prioritize high-quality, nutrient-dense protein from both animal and plant sources, paired with healthy fats from whole foods such as eggs, seafood, meat, full-fat dairy, nuts, seeds, olives, and avocado. When was the last time you had full-fat dairy recommended to you? Or red meat? And eggs for many years, people thought were not healthy because of the cholesterol in them. Well, now it is completely the opposite, as they're saying every meal must prioritize this stuff and you should be eating it. They're saying the target is 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Vegetables and fruit, 2 to 3 servings per day, prioritizing freshness and minimal processing. So remember, the minimal processing. Not a lot changed there except for the now processing, because people are realizing that American companies are processing and making everything unhealthy that even started off as healthy. The government says, what does eat real food mean? Eating real food means choosing foods that are whole or minimally processed and recognizable as food. These foods are prepared with few ingredients and without added sugars, industrial oils, artificial flavors, or preservatives. And many, many more people are even starting to realize now that what they thought were their zero-calorie sodas are non-healthy for you. Because you can see here, even from the clevelandclinic.org, sad but true, diet sodas are bad for your health. Research shows that your body reacts to certain non-nutritive foods, meaning there's no nutrients in them, that literally is not just good for your body, including artificial sweeteners in diet soda, in ways that may actually harm your health. And that diet soda is actually associated with weight gain, even though it may have 0 calories. Some research suggests that your brain reacts to artificial sweeteners much like it does sugary sweets. Ingesting them frequently may increase your desire for high-calorie foods, putting you at greater risk of weight gain. Another study found that people with overweight or obesity who switched to diet soda were likely to consume more calories in food than people with overweight or obesity who drank regular soda. In fact, those who drank diet soda had a higher BMI, body mass index, than their counterparts. And diet soda may actually cause insulin confusion, another potential factor on why there's so much diabetes here in the United States. This comes as more people are just realizing they should be drinking water or stuff like green tea and sweetening it with honey, stuff that is actually good for you and not artificial, and realizing now that something they may have been putting in their body for years may have been actually very bad for you and may be leading to obesity and diabetes and all these things that are plaguing the United States. And we're the leader in a lot of these negative things here in the whole world. Not to mention the food dyes here in the United States, which are actually banned in other countries such as Europe, multiple countries in Europe, are literally rampant here in the United States. And you can see studies like this, the synthetic food dye Red 40 causes DNA damage, causes colonic inflammation, and impacts the microbiome in mice. And even though it's been approved by the FDA for many years because, well, we didn't know better, question mark, it's very controversial to links because it links with hyperactivity in children and potential carcinogens in some studies, leading countries to ban it and prompting demand for natural alternatives here in the United States. And yes, this dye is actually made from petroleum. So honestly, the Make America Healthy Again movement actually has a lot to go forward here. If we even want to catch the standards that have been long implemented in Europe, where you can actually eat bread and pasta and not get diabetes or obese from them, it's literally just the manufacturing and the cheapness that the companies and these large corporations have implemented to cut costs, but yet Europe doesn't need to cut these costs. They don't need to do it. And yet their people are much, much healthier and not the leading first world country in diabetes and obesity. America's got some serious changing to do. Let me know your thoughts here in the comment section. Now, I think this is important to bring up. Every year, too many seniors learn that their existing Medicare Advantage plan doesn't cover their doctors. It's just so easy to choose the wrong plan. And Medicare mistakes can cost you thousands. Yes, thousands. But my trusted partner Chapter makes Medicare simple. When you need to choose a Medicare plan, you should call these guys. Many of you already have and have saved a lot of money. I like these guys because they're independent. They're the only national advisor that compares and recommends every Medicare plan. And they've helped a lot of people save over $1,100 on their healthcare cost. People are pretty relieved when they talk to Chapter. They won't push you to get a plan that you don't need. They're really there just to help. If you're on Medicare or will be soon, contact Chapter with the phone number here on the screen or the link down below in the pinned comment. They'll help you understand the different plans, different enrollment options, and find you ways to save money on your healthcare. If you haven't yet, subscribe down below, click the bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos, and share this video so other people can see it. Click here to see President Donald Trump say that more invasions are coming, or President Donald Trump's new executive order that will mean billions of dollars for Americans. Thanks for watching.